Hey everyone, this is going to be cool. No pun intended. It's going to be coolio. Yeah, wow! I can't believe that we've got a hold of this one. This is really, really cool. Fantastic Voyage, which was I think from 90. Dare I say 91, 94. I really should not rely on my memory to look at these things. Fantastic Voyage is a song by American rapper Coolio, released in March 1994. Third single from his debut album, It Takes a Thief. It was featured on the album Fantastic Voyage, later featured on the album Fantastic Voyage Greatest Hits, and heavily samples the 1981 song Fantastic Voyage by Lakeside, which we'll have a look at. That's the hook in this song, which was actually only used by Lakeside for a very, very short amount of time at the end of their track. But what a sample grab, man. What a great pick. It's G-Funk. This is classic G-Funk. Tommy Boy Records put it out. Who are the Marvin Craig, Norman Beavers, Brian Dobbs, Adis Ivy Jr., Fred Alexander. Oh, these are all the guys from the band, as well as Coolio. I wonder what Coolio's real name is. Let's also find out. His name is Artis Leon Ivy Jr. That's Coolio's name. I didn't think I knew this song when I looked it up. And then I did. I was like, wow, I know this song. This is that Slide, Slide, Slippity Slide song. And of course, it's called Fantastic Voyage, based on Fantastic Voyage, which I also knew by Lakeside from just, YouTube playlists and stuff like that. Speaking of YouTube, these are on YouTube now, so if you're on here, subscribe to the thing. It doesn't help. It helps. I appreciate it. But these videos don't get monetized, and if they do, that money goes directly back to the artist, which is really, really great. Oh, to their record label, and it probably trickles through. But that's their problem, not mine. In the meantime, let's head over to the mix window and check out Fantastic Voyage by Coolio. Now, one of the really cool things I like about these tracks, especially these multi-track files, is that I get a little... It's 24 tracker, and I get this one track that I really love to listen to. It's the data track. Listen to this. It's the DAT data from the tape machine. So, first thing we'll do is mute that. I think that'll be the best thing to do. And then we'll just start having a listen through the beat, and let's just check out this. I suppose it's a kick drum. They're all just called track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's hear it. That's not a kick drum. It's most certainly not a kick drum. What's the track 2? It's a sub bass. Now, a lot of people call these 808s. Now, the reason for that is because you could get the kick drum on an 808 drum machine to have a really long attack and a really low note, sustain and release and a low note, and just take out all the click from it. So that could be an 808, an actual from an 808 drum machine. Now, I'll just skip that second track there, that third track rather, and we'll go to track 4 and just hear what's on there. That's a sample. And that's the sample from Fantastic Voyage. What a banging sample. Absolute legendary sample. Bit of guitar. Very, very, very sexy use of a wah. That's what everyone thinks that they can do when they buy a wah, but not exactly what they can. That's so good. That's like the perfect use. Okay. Let's hear some track 6. What do we got? Nice clean guitar. You don't think that you're going to hear this kind of stuff in a Coolio track, do you? Complement each other really well. Okay. Track 7. What do we got? It looks like a rhythmic track. I might put these boys together. Oh no, we'll listen first, then we'll workflow them later. Okay. A kick and a snare on this one. Never heard that before on her. That could be from an MPC or something like that. Akai MPC had a sample, sample pad. Boof, boof. Probably on the same thing. They probably just monoed it in and just tapped it into the song. Really cool. I like that. That's very interesting. There's got to be an MPC and then And there's got to be... No, it's only the first hit. Actually, in the background of that, you can hear the sample. If you guys if you haven't got your headphones on, put them on, turn them up. I won't speak to scare you, but listen, you can hear the bass rumbling through the background of this sample. Listen. So if you were listening, I'm sorry if you can't hear it, but if you had that cranked up, you can hear the... Like it's in the next room or something. I think that was a pretty good impersonation, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go on with that. I should get into beatboxing. I'd suck at it. I smoked for 10 years, mate. I can't be doing that stuff. Right, what's track 9? Oh! Out of context, it sounds really strange. But let's add... Makes more sense there. I mean, just slightly more. And I can see... I'm going to move this one now because I can see those two tracks, actually. I might move them together. I can see those two tracks have a little bit of a relationship. So I'm happy to move those. Okay, interesting sample. And then we'll go to track 11. We can hear what that is. And after that, I might just give them all a shuffle. Nice. Another sample. I'm going to put it together. We can see it starts to build. Yeah. Really got a really cool loose vibe on that as well. Okay, now that we are here, I'm just gonna shuffle a few things just so they suit me a little better. And these two are included in that. I'm gonna put them up. Just see, look at that. I like to have them line up the front there, and then the next slot can line up. I will put those probably to the top. Yeah, that makes me feel better. And then let's have a quick crack at a few other tracks. We've heard that one with the other guitar. Great. Now these two tracks here, now I can see these already are pretty much the same. So let's hear them individually, and then you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pan them because that's what I do. I love panning. I'm a panhandler.
Slide, slippity slide. I'm hitting switches on the block in a 65.
Let's hear the other one, and we know what he's going to be.
Slide, who ride? Ain't no valley low enough for mountain high.
And I mean, I don't want to get to vocals yet, but we're here, so let's just do it. Let's pan those and have a listen.
Slide, slippity slide. I'm hitting switches on the block in a 65.
That already sounds like 15 more people. 15 more Coolios.
Slide, who ride? Ain't no valley low enough for mountain high.
That's cool. I really dig that. I love Coolio. Here's a cause for contention. Is Coolio the original Island Boy? Because that hair is that's the Island Boy guys did it, but with dreads. Was it dreads? TV was different back then. You couldn't tell. You couldn't go in and see the detail. Island Boys, I know they are because they won't stop posting and getting tats on their face and stuff. And that's cool. That's great. The Island Boys are killing it, man. Actually, time to come clean. The intro song for this show is Island Boys. Listen to it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give it to you right now because I want you to really understand. I actually reckon Island Boys is sick. And not only that, this song, I'm going to sing it along with you, okay? I'm going to go straight to it. So you got the, all that kind of stuff. I can't even hear it, so I can't sing it to you. But the song is Island Boys, right? I'm just an island boy. Let's see if I can get it. It is. Sorry, I had to come clean on this video. But sorry, hilarious. Coolio, the original Island Boy. Took 20-something years, but the other guys, everyone caught up with their hairdo. I want to hear what's at the end of this vocal track, and I'll put it back to square. And let's hear it. More drums. Interesting. I'll add that second track in, and we'll hear that last little section at the back here when it comes in. And that's heavily panned already, and I've got... Are these stems? Oh, I already panned it because I'm a moron. Of course it's heavily panned already. I wonder... Should I pan that? Because it's got that stuff at the back? I mean, it's not my job to be creative on this. It's to be objective and enjoy. What's this little section? Oh, that's cool. It's just in the middle there. But, like, were they panned in the original version? I don't know it well enough. I'm going to pan them anyway because I do what I like. What else do we have within this? There looks like some more... Is that rap? Okay, there's some bass. There's some more instrumentation. Yeah, we can pull that out before we go to vocals. I don't actually know what's going on in this track, so I will work our way up from the bottom there because they definitely don't look like vocal tracks. And we'll start to add them together. So what do we have? Oh, there's a little bit of something at the front there. I always like these. Just a little bit of someone stuffing around. I really enjoy that stuff. That's some really nice guitar. The Strat Az, right? And what's above it? Oh! That's some gorgeous bass. Just get a load of this. That's how you play with a wah, guys. This is how you're supposed to play with a wah. There's a little detail in there. The ticka ticka. Ready? And you can hear the band in the background of the headphones. Very cool. Let's see some. That's obviously a direct sound, but you can hear the amp in this. Really faintly. That's in the bass track, is it? No, I've got that. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I was like, what? That's in the bass track? It can't be. Okay, what's the next track? Cool loop. Bit of Rhodes, bit of drums, over and over again. Nice, and then another bass track. What's up with that? Different takes too. Interesting. Let's join them together. Okay. I wonder what this next take's going to be. Okay.
Come on in, right.
What's these vocals too?
Why don't you come on in, right.
These are going to be vocals.
Come on.
All right, we're going to leave that. Yeah. I think that leaves us at about that point where, yeah, we can safely go over to the midsection. Middle of the video is about here. So I'm jumping into the vocals now. I'm going to move those bass tracks up, and some of those other tracks with the samples on them. We'll just move those so we know what we've already seen. Interesting workflow. I mean, you know, you lay things down as you lay them down, and obviously they're the last few things that they'd laid down to make the song the way it is. Very cool. Really digging it so far. But, you know, everyone's a Coolio fan when they're a kid, when Coolio's around when they're a kid. And, you know, I remember when the song came out, and there was also that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, get your woman on the floor, gonna want to get up and get down. I remember hearing that song going, the fuck did you just say on television in the morning on a Saturday to children? Couldn't say that anymore. You'd bloody get arrested or something. Okay, let's move over to some vocals. Pump into the mix window. And what do we got? Oh, do I want to hear... Yeah, let's have a listen to... Let's hear this, the first section here.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't you say shit, just get inside. It's time to take your ass.
I just really, we better do this too. Coolio in this song uses some colourful language, violent stuff, racial stuff, derogatory stuff, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're uncomfortable with that, now's the time to disengage. If you're cool with that going forward and you can react in a mature manner, stick around with me. I don't choose to use this kind of stuff in my day-to-day, and, you shouldn't either. Coolio did, and he made a song out of it, and he's talking about his life and he's talking about his stuff, so let's let him rock and let's let him do what he's got to do, and let's enjoy the song as we can together.
On another kind of trip, cause you can't have the hop if you don't have the hip. Grab your gat with the extra clip and close your eyes and hit the switch. We're going to a place where everybody kick it, kick it, kick it. Yeah, that's the ticket.
He's double tracked himself.
Bloodin', ain't no crippin', ain't no
maybe
punk
triple.
ass nigga said trippin'. Everybody got
okay, no, interesting there, because I feel like he's gone over a derogatory word and we've got a clean take as well. So
trippin', everybody got a stack and it ain't no crack.
So let's listen.
Ain't no punk ass nigga said trippin'.
Okay, so that's the end version, and then what's this version? We want to hear it.
No fools in the party said trippin'.
He's changed the N word to fools, obviously. So we got radio edit version here, with the quote unquote dirty version as they call them.
Ain't no fools in the party said trippin'.
Ain't no fools.
Ain't no punk ass nigga said trippin'.
Well, so he's changed a few words for just fools, but I mean, this is what happens when you're with these labels, is that you've got to, you obviously want to stay true to what you're trying to say, but you've got to put it on the radio, so you can't say that on the radio. You've got to change it to fools. Even if you've got to go pa to fools, something, you know what I mean? You've got to be susceptible to doing that in order to get your stuff to go on to the radio to be successful. It's hard to be unapologetically yourself, but that's okay, because, I mean, the song still is good. It doesn't change the impact of the song. It kind of leads you to believe, why didn't you just do fools in the first place, Coolio?
Ain't no crippin', ain't no punk ass nigga said trippin'.
And then when you put that clean version over the top, let's hear that by itself.
Ain't no crippin', ain't no fools in the party said trippin'.
So yeah, why didn't you just go with that the whole time, Coolio?
Ain't no crippin', ain't no fools ass nigga said trippin'.
Interesting. So I would imagine at this point we left and right those, and then we can hear, obviously, the dirty take's obviously going to be the original take. So let's continue on with that.
And everybody got a stack.
Yeah, sounds good wide.
And it really don't matter if you're white or black. I wanna take you there like the Staples singers. Put something in the tank, and I know that I can bring it. If you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. We on a mission.
Yeah, that's sick. And then we'll pump out this backing track here that's going to happen.
Slide, slippity slide. I'm in switches on the block in a 65.
And then what's this? Ready?
Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage.
Yes, that's the shit. That's what I fucking came for. All right, let's hear this. I'm really, really interested to hear this. Oh, what's in the background? Listen.
Did you want to ride? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy.
This, all right, okay. I'm coming back, I promise. But I live for this. This is what I live for. I just love hearing banter and shit being talked on microphones that are in the original tracks and stuff like that. I don't know if this is on the original track, but it's in the original file. So let's hear everything. Let's just listen.
You gotta come in with that shit, man. Yeah, nigga, what's it?
Got in the motherfucking house.
Yo, bitch, did you
My
wanna
nigga
ride?
Coolio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
Yachts.
Take you to the next level.
Take you to the next day. Funky cock house.
They're just having a good time.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did pan these, because there's a bit of stuff on here, but
Yeah, that's the ticket.
you normally have your vocals dead center. No point left in writing them unless you got something to go straight up the guts.
Yeah.
So let's hear. Come on.
And now.
I'm gonna pan it. Let's do that now. But get ready for this chorus. Fantastic Voyage.
Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage.
That is sick. All right, one more.
Come along and ride on a fantastic
Slide, slide, slip it inside. This is oh yeah. Bit of flavour in the back of that. Now, if you're not familiar with Fantastic Voyage, so the sample that is exactly being used for this thing, I have so many tabs open, I'm so sorry. This is it, so hopefully you can hear this. Where are they going? To the land of funk. I've got to stop doing that before I, have too much of a good time and then also get taken down. But that's where this entire thing comes from, is from that one section of that song. And by the way, that doesn't happen throughout the song. That song's like, that's at 3 minutes into the 3.5 minute song. What a hook to just have at the end, you know what I mean? That could have been here we go. We've turned it into an entire track here with Coolio. Wow, okay, now what's these next? What are these? Next couple of little takes here, let's find out. I shouldn't say that, that's from a really horrible person who says that on their YouTube channel that keeps getting shut down.
Come on and ride. Why don't you? He said do the last. Come on and that's what I said. Ride. Why don't you slide?
Come
on and ride. Why don't you slide?
I'm panning.
Come on and ride.
I obviously don't know if these are panned or not. I just...
Come on and...
He said that's the one. He only want that one.
Oh, okay.
I love that stuff. I love hearing the banter. Like,
Come on in.
He said that's the one. He only want that one.
Oh,
He don't want
okay.
the other one.
Oh, okay.
I wonder, like, imagine if Coolio sat here and watched this and he was reading, he was like, oh man, I remember that. Remember that? We just had like a bit of a, not a disagreement, but like working the song out together and stuff and just talking shit on the thing. Leave it in the track, maybe. Who knows?
Why don't you slide?
So I wonder if these are the original guys from Lakeside singing this.
Why don't you slide?
Let's put it in with these.
Fantastic voyage. Why don't you come along and ride on a fantastic voyage? Slide, ride in the valley low enough for mountain on it.
He said, "Come on." He said, "Come on."
Come on and ride.
So cool. And this is only the first bit of the song. We've still got... Yeah, heaps more. Just an unapologetic scratch. We lost that. Do that. Sorry, I'm pointing on the wrong side. Do that again. Everyone in the world, get back on that scratch. Just a big filthy, you got record, crackling there. That's... Bring them back. Why is everybody not bringing that back? Everybody's too busy focused on, I know what I want and I want it now. And then doing an acoustic version of it. Bring that back. Bring those scratches back. Oh my God, 1900s. The late 1900s was so cool. Like the fashion, the flares came from the... No, they came from the 70s. Everybody's too preoccupied with the fashion. They need to be bringing back break beats and scratches. Yes. More, please.
Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Slide, slippity slide. I do what I do just to survive.
Yeah.
Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Slide, who ride? That's why I pack my 45. Life is a trip and then you die. Still trying to get a piece of that apple pie. Every game ain't the same cause the game still remained on the scene. Kinda strange, ain't a damn thing changed.
I think this is a thing of the time with hip hop and rap of the time and G-funk. Always double tracking your vocals was really important. That always double down on what you say because, I mean, not only that, it shows you know what you're talking about, but it provides a little bit of a difference and it kind of feels like it's an attack coming from two sides.
If you don't work, then you don't eat. And
Now that
only
I've got a
down-ass
pan, but-
niggas can ride with me. Hop, hop, hop your five quickly down the block. Stay sucker free and keep the busters off your jock. You gotta have heart, son, if you wanna go. Watch this sweet chariot swing.
But it gives you just this kind of little bit of like out of phaseness that keeps it sweet and keeps it sounding really cool. I reckon I'm going to try and build this song back up now from where we are, and just get a little bit of a vibe for what it feels like to put together. So I think we got some individual things. That ain't a kick, but let's hear it with some other pieces. That 808 thing, that low sub, the sample with a bit of Moog bass. And that's that sample, that MPC sample. Another MPC sample. Hats and a bit of that rim shot. Some sexy guitar. Build it up, build it up. Yeah, so Rhodes. And I want to hear it. It's totally unmixed, so everything's not the right volume. Too quiet, not quite enough. But yeah, we're getting a pretty good idea for what's actually going on, so that's really cool. An interesting, different way to make a different type of music here. Yeah, wow. What's...
Life is a bitch and then you die. Still trying to get a piece of that apple pie. Every game ain't the same because the game still remains.
Actually, there's another one there. I wonder what he substituted the word with for that particular time too. You don't get to hear this stuff. Like, I mean, you're going through and listen to two different versions of the song, but I've got them right next to each other, so let's hear it.
The game still remain. Don't it seem kind of strange? Ain't a damn thing changed. If you don't work, then you don't eat.
I missed it. We'll go back a little.
Pie. Every game ain't the same because the game still remain. Don't it seem kind of strange? Ain't a damn thing changed. If you don't work, then life is a bitch and then you die.
I wonder if he changed that.
Life is a trip and then you die.
Life's a trip and then you die. Okay. Instead of life is a bitch.
Still trying to get a piece of that apple pie. Every game ain't the same because the game still remain. Don't it seem kind of strange? Ain't a damn thing changed. If you don't work, then you don't eat. And only down ass niggas can ride with me.
Okay, and what are we swapping that out with? Coolio for your radio edit.
You don't need, and only down ass brothers can ride with me.
So why don't you just do that the first time?
Hop, hop, hop your five quickly down the block. Stay sucker free and keep the busters off your jock. You gotta have heart, son, if you wanna go. Watch.
I wonder if he had to change that, keep the something off your jock or whatever. Let's find out.
Hop, hop, hop your five quickly down the block. Stay sucker free and shake the busters off your jock. You gotta have heart, son, if you wanna go. Watch this sweet chariot swing low. Ain't nobody crying, ain't nobody dying, ain't nobody worrying. Everybody's trying. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. If you wanna have something, you better stop fronting. What you gonna do when the five roll by? You better be ready so you can ride.
Wow.
Mountain high.
This is those tracks.
High in a valley low enough for mountain high.
Okay, I want to hear just the vocals. Okay, sorry, I'm just talking really low now. I'm zoning out. Zoning in, zoning out. Let's hear just the vocals.
Who ride, do or die. I do what I do just to survive. That's what you do. You better be ready when the fire. That's right.
I'm gonna pan them because they're back up.
That's what you do. That's right. That's what you do. That's right.
This is sick. This is sick. I didn't know this. That's so cool. When's the last time you got to hear that by itself in this track? I want to pan that. I want to pan those last two. Let's hear them fat. Listen. They do go to the world of funk. To the world of funk. To the hood of funk. Ah, they're saying to the hood of funk. They're saying to the hood of funk. Do you want to ride? Do you want to go on a fantastic voyage to the hood of funk? Where's the hood? Is this the two of the hood of funk track? Let's find out. To the hood of funk. To the hood of funk. That's sick. To the hood of funk. And again, this is another thing that I found with a lot of these tracks is that, I mean, you know, I don't know what the mic of choice is, depending on, I suppose, your dealer, depending on your on your record deal, your label people, what you would want to use.
Come on, y'all, let's take a.
But I do find that a lot of the times the vocal tracks.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride.
This has probably got more top end than a lot of the other tracks that I hear. But it is from '94, so the standards are different, how people operate are different. But they all still sound a little. Again, I lost a lot of top end hearing. I've lost a lot of top end hearing from just being in loud environments with bands and stuff like that. But I always still find it's a little smoother than I think it would be if you heard it individually. But it's pre-mixed, I suppose.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't you say shit, just get inside. It's time to take your ass on another kind of trip, cause you can't have the hop if you don't have the hip. Grab your gat with the extra clip and close your eyes and hit the switch.
See, is that too much? Is going from
come on, y'all, let's take a ride.
To
come on, y'all, let's take a ride.
It almost, because it sounds like it's got a little bit of compression already, but that just kind of brings out your all those kind of things. And what's all this wasted energy down here that's happening? There's a lot of like stuff. It's low, but like let's filter it out and just.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't you say shit, just get inside. It's time to take your ass on another kind of trip, cause you can't have the hop if you don't have the hip.
I mean, yeah, it's these guys know what they're doing, but I mean, it's just one of those things that I got in the habit of just filtering all the shit that you don't need just to clean up your stuff. But that's like home job gear.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't you say shit, just get in.
It's rap, but so it doesn't really normally call for. Well, I say that in 1994, but cut to 10 years later, and everybody was doing it. But let's we'll auto tune him. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't you say shit, just get inside. It's time to take your ass on another kind of trip, cause you can't have the hop if you don't have the hip. Grab your gat with the extra clip and close your eyes and hit the switch. We're going to a place where everybody kick it, kick it, kick it. Yeah, that's the ticket.
It ain't doing anything really, because it's not really that type of vocalizing that would do it, because it's like auto-tuning someone who's speaking. It doesn't really do a whole lot. But how cool that we get to hear that. Let's hear all the instrumental tracks before I let you go by themselves. Very cool. Definitely brings you back. Takes me back to my first year of school as a 5-year-old. Thanks for checking out Fantastic Voyage by Coolio. Very cool track. It's really, really nice to see some different stuff being made in a different way across different eras. I've got a few more of these, and then I'm going to wrap up this first season, quote-unquote, of stuff. And I've got a couple of little specialty ones that I want to do. I've had a really good reception to the Michael Jackson videos that have been going up on YouTube. People have been really interested in them. They're not getting millions of hits, but they're getting more hits than the others. So I've got quite a few Michael Jackson tracks, and I've found a few more. So I thought about just doing like a limited run of just particularly Michael Jackson songs, and just kind of putting those ones up in their own little kind of playlist. And also, just because I really like the band, and you wouldn't have Michael Jackson without them, Earth, Wind and Fire. I'm going to do the same thing with Earth, Wind and Fire. I think I got about 7 or so tracks of those, just from some hits of theirs. Really strangely laid out as stems, but it's okay. They're really great to hear, and I'm going to do a little limited series on those ones as well. So keep your eyes peeled and tuned for that. If you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to, click all the buttons and do all the magic stuff that, people want you to do. I just don't feel right saying it, but just do it anyway, or else I'll come and find you. I won't. Trust me. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourself. Have a glass of water, and don't forget to GFY. I'm sorry about Island Boys being the theme song, but here it is again. It was a late night, and it just made sense. Good night. That's the wrong button for the stream. Bye.